Alright, so you know what? Let's not give up. Let's actually do this, okay? We're just going to try it with a simpler design, and then maybe later, after I'm better at game design, after I've practiced a little more, we'll try that again. But now, let's just try a simpler one. So forget about the 5 stats. That's just too much to balance. That's too much to handle. It's too much to implement. Whatever. We can probably even expand after this. But for now, we're just going to go with the classic. You got health, mana, armor, speed. If your health is 0, you die. There we go. Gear. It's going to be just a weapon, your offhand, maybe a shield, maybe your quiver for arrows or something, and then a full armor slot. Got it. Gear can give you buffs, but that's it. No like casting buffs right now. Characters get 1 turn, highest speed goes first, 1v1 combat, and then once I get it all sorted out, we'll try to add more people. Abilities, we're going to just have weapon attack, spell, and defend, so there's just going to be a list of like 4 or 5 spells or something just to get the system working. Abilities can damage health or mana, but for now we're just going to focus on health. Turn will look like this. Player looks at their abilities and picks one. All abilities have an allowed target type, and your target types can be self or the enemy. You're going to select your target and submit the ability, and then it'll give you the result of your turn. That'll let the animation system or whatever know what we can do, and then we're going to wait for the player to advance to the next part. AI will do all of that just in 1 frame, and we need the player to just acknowledge it and have the system, have the game render it. Milestones, this is how we're going to do this. We're going to do functional turns, we're going to do functional abilities, we're going to do functional, like you win or you lose screen at the end of combat. Then we're going to add money and shop maybe, and then you can just buy weapons. I'm not going to spend any time balancing them because that's not what I want to practice. So topics we're exploring, same as last time. We're just going to do structures of arrays, data-oriented stuff, and system design, and that is the new plan. Let's get going. So I have the old project open here. I'm just going to make a new one. We're not going to delete that. So we're going to make a C executable. I'm going to call this RPG2. Wait. I want to make C99. Project C executable C99. We're going to say RPG2. We're going to make it in this window. Alright, that's huge. Why did it open that large? It's silly. Alright, so let's get to business. I'm going to make it a directory. This is going to be for our source stuff, and then in here we're going to make a header file. This is going to be called RPG system.h. No, okay, I figured it out. Alright, so what do we need? What do we need for this? So let's start off with the basics. We're going to need a round system, so we're going to just type def struct. We're going to call this yeah, just round manager. I don't know, round. It's fine by me. And then this will be a round. So a round is going to comprise, I'm going to not try to optimize this at all. I'm just going to get it done, and then we will optimize it later. So a round, we're going to have u int 8. Nope. I need to include std int.h. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to do uint 8t. This is an unsigned char. If I hover over this, you'll see that. Alright, I'm just using std int because writing unsigned char is very long. Writing unsigned short is very long. Uint 8t is fine. I wish it didn't say t. I wish it was just uint 8. But whatever. Neither here nor there. So we're going to have current turn. We're going to have uint 8t current. Now we're going to say turns. Character, whatever, turns. Turns is fine. And we're going to set this to just 2 for now. We're going to come back to that later. Uint 8t. We're going to say number, combatants. Players. Characters. And this is going to be an array of 2 for now. We're going to come back to that later. So this is just a queue of sorts. Or no, so this is a swap back array. And then this is a queue. Q-U-E-U-E. I think that's how you spell that. Okay. So we're going to have that. We're going to say uint t number of characters, and uint t. What else do I need? Current turn. Oh, and then number of turns. Number of turns. Oops. Number of characters, and that should be fine for that for now. So let's define all of our character stuff. So the characters are going to be, like I said, they're going to be structs of arrays. So we're going to have to make, I suppose, character info. Struct character. Oops. Oh, that's right. Character info. Alright. Character info. And this is going to be all of our stats. So we need our stats, gear, we need our abilities, we need our, what else did I say we needed? Let's go here real quick. We need gear, stats, gear, whatever. Okay. So let's start putting those in there. We're going to do type def stat struct stat. Okay. And our stats are going to be, we said health, mana, defense, and what was the other one? Health, mana, armor, speed. Okay, armor, not defense. Armor and speed. So speed is going to be, well, I guess they're all going to be uint at health, mana, armor, and speed. Okay. Alright. Looks good to me, I guess. No negatives in there, yeah. Okay. So that's our stats. We're going to say type def struct gear. And that's going to be gear. That gear is going to have, I'm just going to do stat again, I think. Just say stat plus. Do I want that to be? Alright, I'm going to reuse that, so we're just going to, we can have a negative stat to that. And then we need an ability. T ability. Oh, no. So we're going to come all the way up here. Type def, let's say pointer. Oh no, what is it going to be? An int, I guess. Pointer ability, and that's going to take a uint at caster, uint at target. I think that's fine. And all the way up here, no. Alright, we'll get to that in a second. Gear is going to be ability, and that's a pointer. And what do I say? Gear can give you buff. That's a slot. Okay, slot. and a T slot. Okay, that means that we're going to need an enum. Should I do this? Slot. Uint a T like that. Does that still work in C90? I think it does in C99. It should work. So the slot we're going to say gear slot head, or not head, what do they call it? Weapon offhand armor. There's one more. Nope, that's it, just 3. Okay. So that's our slot stuff. We can just add to that later. And that looks fine to me so far. So character info is going to have, whoops, let's get rid of all that. Stats, stat array. So we're going to say stats, I guess. And that's going to be size. Let's come up here. Say define max characters 2. Stats is max characters times. No, that's it. So that was easy. Very cool. Actually, no, that's it. I think that's it. Alright. Gear is going to be gear. Gear. And that's going to be slots. So max characters times. And then we're going to need this in here. Gear slot max. Like that. So that should just give us the number that comes after these. So there's 3 of them. This should be 3 because this starts at 0. Hopefully that makes sense. Max characters times gear slot max. There we go. On a good, we're on a roll. Okay. And then abilities, we're gonna say abilities max characters times what did I say? 4, 3, 3. I'm gonna say 3 for now. Looks good to me. Okay, let's get rid of all that. So this is our character info. Abilities. There we go. Okay, so that looks alright. So I'm gonna move this up to be more with the character stuff, and then round is gonna be a little different. So we're actually just gonna have indices into these. So the axis pattern of this is okay. So this is how that's going to work. So then that means our character array is going to be like that. This is not going to make any sense. Than that. So if somebody dies, we're going to push them to the back and move it forward. Okay. So that looks good to me so far. I'm just gonna do... No, I don't want to do that. Not there. So let's make a new class, source file. I'm gonna call this alright. So I'm gonna just test bed in main for everything. I'm gonna leave stdio because I'm gonna need it. And we're going to include a source RPG system. Okay. So that means that in order to make a character, what we're gonna have to do is make character ID that should be an int, and should that return the character? No, it'll return the number of characters. So now the question is, how do I want to do this? I guess I'm going to pass in a system. So the type def struct, it's a combat system, I guess. The combat system is going to include character info. Why did you do that? Character info, and then we're going to need round system, and character info round system gear stat. Looks good to me. Okay. So instead of making a big table, I guess what we're going to do is assign it abilities directly. That would make the most sense. So then we're going to pass in the system here. The pointer to it, sorry. System int ID, and that should be a function definition, not a function. So we need to make a character, and then what we need to do next is int equip item gear combat system. Nope. Combat system pointer system, and we're gonna give it int character ID int gear. What is gear? How big is gear? 24. Yeah, I don't want to pass that in. So I guess we can make a gear table and then give it the gear index, and that should be okay for now, I think. So if we're going to equip gear, should you be able to take gear off for no reason, or do you just have to upgrade it? I don't know. We're just going to leave equip gear alone for a minute, and then that looks fine to me. So what we're going to do is come over to main, combat system, okay, and that, if I do this, that might initialize everything to 0, right? I hope. Just 0 out the entire thing. Probably. Okay. So now we need to make create character. What do I call that? Create character, right? Make character? That was stupid. I should call that create character, because that's what I went to do in the first place. So that's what I should probably call it. System. I'm going to give it the address of system. And then we're going to just, I don't want to give it an ID actually, it's going to give me an ID. Right. So that means the character info should probably also store uint next character. Right, and that's going to be equal to 0, hopefully. Okay. So that should make 2 characters. Let's see what that looks like. What are you doing? Create character. Oh, that's because I didn't make the method actually do anything. I'm not a class. I'm going to make a source file. Alright. Character. Let's see. Include. What is this? System.h. Okay. Create character. Void int create character. Combat system pointer combat system, and that's it. So that, okay, there we go, I found it. So then what we're going to do with this is, because this is a struct of arrays, we're going to have to basically set the stats, the gear, and the abilities. Okay, so system sub next system dot character info. I suppose I could probably just character info that, right? So I don't have to reference system every single time, and then we can come over to here and give it the address of system character info. So our system dot character info. What is the problem there? Oh, it's because the method signature is expecting character info. There we go. That's fine. How's that look? That looks fine. It stopped complaining. Okay. So we have our system dot stats. So this is the next character. System dot next character. Okay. System dot next character equals stats. Did I call it stats? Stat. Okay, and it's just a list of those. Okay, I think that is, or rather this. Sorry, this dot that health will be, I don't know, 10. Mana 10, armor 10, speed 10. Okay. Great. I like that. No return. Okay, yeah. System, abilities, and gear. Next character. Alright, we're just going to return next system, next character, plus, like that. I just want to check something really quick. There we go. So system, character info, next character is 2 because we made 2 of them. Got it. Stats, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. What does gear look like? Abilities, null. That makes sense. 8 buffs is all zeros. Okay, so these are all initialized correctly in the way that I expected them to anyway. So that, everything looks like it's working fine to me. Probably close that now. So we made our 2 characters, but I want to be able to initialize a character with a set of stats. So we're going to take stat. And then we're going to set this equal to stat. Ta-da! Alright, const, I suppose that'll work. And then we can steal this, go to this, create character right there, that, and then I don't need const in the declaration, so come over here, this is now broken, so I can do that, stat, right, like this, okay, dot, oh, I gotta do that individually, I guess, dot, designated initializer, we'll do 10, okay, and then I'm just gonna steal that for a second, and paste that there. Does that still look, oops, does that still look good? Let's see, character info, stats, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, what if I change this to 9, 8, 7, does that look? Character info, stats, player 0, 10, 8, 7, and then these are all 10, 10, 10. Okay, cool. Everything looks good. So now we got our characters. We're going to need to make a round system do something. So that means I'm going to make a new file, round.c, sorry, include system.h, okay, and we need to set up round, so void set up round, okay, and we're going to take in character, no, we'll take the whole system, I guess. We're going to say, yeah, why not? Combat system pointer system. Okay. Very good. And from here, we're going to do this. I should probably add that to here, set up round. And we're going to take this, copy this, paste it here. Okay. Set up round combat system. I need to give it the pointer or the address of system, right? Address of system, and then get rid of that. All right, setup round should be good. So let's come into here. So how are we going to set this round up? So the round is going to need to take all of our characters, stat system. Character info dot next character, okay, int number of characters equals that, okay, so that means that system dot round system equals dot characters system, or is this an array? Okay, characters is going to be equal to that's a little silly, so doesn't make any sense yet, but for int I equals 0, I is less than number of characters, I plus plus, okay, and we're going to say system dot round system dot characters, okay, sub I equals I guess. Okay. So we need to sort that array by speed, but not yet. So character, okay, character looks good. What else does our round need? I'm actually going to send this to the side right there. There we go. We need a current turn. So current turn will always start at 0. Current system dot current round and system dot current turn equals 0. System round system dot go there turns I don't need that yet, so we're gonna do number of characters, system round system dot number of characters equals number of characters, system dot round system dot I think that's it for now. Yeah, I think so. So Then, to determine the order of everything, we're going to need void determine round order. Let's say round, pointer round. Okay. And I guess we need character info too, so we might as well just combat systems round combat system. Okay, and for here we're going to determine the round order by go through all combatants, get their speed stat, sort by speed stat. Alright, so how do I want to do this? So I could do, since there's so few of them, I could honestly just but I don't want to box myself in, so yep, characters. But for now, what we're going to do is combat system dot round system dot turns sub 0 equals come up here, combat system dot character info dot stats sub, what is it called? That did I have that? I did not. Okay, so I'm going to make another enum here. Enum stat uint. Oh, you know what? I didn't even need to do that because I just have an array of all of the stats right there. There we go. And stats sub 0 dot speed. I'm gonna say I don't know, just uint 8t first equals this greater than this. Zero equals should I do it like this so that it's just kind of works that way? I think I should. Equals first. So let's take a look at this real quick. If my characters at 1 is greater than 0, then this will return 1. So first will be for 1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then combat system round system dot turns sub 1 equals I guess not first. Is that how it works? Okay. And then system dot round system dot number of turns equals number of characters. There we go. Wow, I hate that. What the fuck? Don't do that. Alright. Okay. So far that's sketchy as hell, but it works. And characters too. Alright. So far that looks good to me. Set up the round and see what that looks like. So we have a round system. Current turn is 0, number of turns is 2. Characters is 0 and 1, that makes sense. Turns is 0 and 1. That should, turns. Go here. Did I just skip that? Oh, I didn't even determine the round order. Set up round, and then we're here. We're gonna do stop doing stuff for me, CLion. Here we're gonna do determine. Oh, it's because that's out of order. System. That means that I have to grab all of this. No, come on. Asshole. Here we go. Determine. There we go. And that looks alright to me. Let's try that again. Round system. Characters, we have 2 of them, 0 and 1. Turns, we have 1 and 0. Okay, so that makes sense because this guy's speed is 7 and this guy's 10. Okay. Number of characters is 2, current turn is 0. Okay, so now we need a way to advance the turns. We need to make some abilities first. So, I'm going to save that as an exercise for next time because we're about 30 minutes and this is probably a fine place to stop. So, let's just set up our to-do for next time. To-do. Set up turns. Turns? We have turn order. Oh, we need to set up abilities. Yep. Oh, it doesn't do that? Okay. Okay, great. So that's where we're going to start off next time. So far I haven't really faced anything too crazy, nothing impossible. Everything seems to be going alright. So I need to equip gear, but I also need to set up gear and set up abilities. Right? Yeah. Alright. So we'll get started again on that tomorrow. So we'll see you next time.